So today is going to be a very special episode, mainly because we just concluded one of our tournament, which we keep talking on our podcast about, is Naagar Cricket League (NCL), which is hosted by Baroda. And it was a fantastic tournament. This time around, we won quite. I mean, it was. It eventually became a one-sided game. We played very well, so credit to the team for that. But so what we thought is this time let's do an episode not only on NCL but mainly on Nagar cricket, where we'll like to discuss all the highs and some amazing players that we have in our community. And this time we have special guest with us other than our usual Sanket Vora and Bhavik Mehta. We also have Sankal Bora with whom you might have seen in one of our interview episodes. And we also have another special guest, very famous personality in our Nagar community, one of the best outswing bowlers that we have in our community, Neeraj Hathi. Everyone, welcome to this episode.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody.
Thank you, Bhumit. And Bhumit was very modest in his way. He said that we won the tournament. They won it, and they won it very, very convincingly. So congratulations to the team.
Yes, thank you.
To the winning team and to the winning captain, Bhumit.
Bhavik,
Yes,
Bhumit,
indeed.
you both have
Captain,
been you
yeah.
both have been very modest in your introductions. It was the India Baroda Rockstars basically. Baroda Rockstars basically crushed Gandhinagar this time. I would say it was a
Yeah.
victory of a margin of 40 runs. I would say 40 or 50
63.
odd, right? 60. Oh, I mean, and in a 12-over match, a victory of 63 runs, a difference of 63 runs is I would say it's a crushing defeat and a crushing win for Baroda team.
And it was
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they dominated all the games that they played.
Absolutely.
Not
Every game
all,
they
but
played.
yeah, almost. The first game, you don't remind us of that game, but yeah.
Yeah, but that also you won by 18-20 runs.
Yes, eventually we did.
I mean, 20 runs margin in a 12-over game. It's as good as a 100-run margin in a 50-over game. So congratulations.
That is true, but we have seen days where even 15-20 runs, starts frightening us. So
I understand.
Absolutely. Can we take Neeraj Bhai's and Sankalp's view on the first match that they played on Darshanam ground this time around? We were from a different team and we were following the scorecard on the different ground, but we felt that this team, which was the strongest of Baroda's team between the two, in the first half, I thought they struggled with the seam movement, struggled with the swing. Can you just walk us through how you felt? How was the first match?
Yeah, Sankal bhai, you go first.
Please, Neeraj bhai, you start. That's what.
Okay,
I was going to say.
I think you're right, Sankal bhai. When Junagadh team started bowling, they had a new hidden weapon. I think 16-year-old youngster, 16 or 17-year-old youngster. This was the first match on the first day, and he was, if I remember correctly, he was bowling. Everything was coming in, and his swings were awesome, and his accuracy was very good. So nobody was able to play him. None of our batsmen were able to play. I think by the time we were 40 runs, we lost 4 wickets, and we were going slow. 4 or 5 wickets, I think, and Manin came in. So, honestly, at that time, I thought we were going to lose that match because the way they were bowling and the way our batsmen were struggling, it felt like we were not going to win the match. But, initially, I think credit to Junagadh bowlers, all of them bowled really well in the beginning. At lunchtime, we were about 95. So, in a 12-over game, 95 is a good score if you bowl well. I think even 85 can be defended if you bowl well. And Darshanam wicket was good. It was not uneven bounce. So you could bat well if you applied yourself. So I think at lunchtime I was comfortable that 95, if we bowled well, we could defend. And we had many good bowlers. And obviously we had Sankalp Bhai as a captain who knew how to marshal his troops. So then I think we didn't find it very difficult to win from then on. But initial first innings or first about 30 minutes were very difficult.
Yes, Sankalp, your views?
No, same. I mean, when this started, when when we started first, we lost the toss. That was okay. But, as soon as our batsman started, when the ball આપણી wicket પડી જાય, so it's like we get, you know, alarm વાગી જાય કે, now it's not uh, easy. I mean, you will have to place થોડું.
Yeah, you are already on a back foot. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, એટલે I was just thinking કે થોડા players ને promote કરું. આપણે chance આપતા હોઈએ છીએ દર વખતે નવા players ને. And honestly, before the tournament, I also said that in this tournament, I was not fully fit, so I was not willing to give my, I actually wanted that others to perform, and I wanted કે એવું લાગવું જોઈએ બીજી ટીમને કે it's not that સંકલ્પ વોરા છે તો આપણે જીતીએ છીએ. We have got really good team, good bunch of players જે perform કરે છે. Somehow we are not able to cross that finish line, but okay, fine. આપણે જેટલો કોન્ફિડન્સ આપીશું આપણા જે યંગસ્ટર ને નવા છોકરાઓ છે, I feel આજે નહીં તો કાલે, I mean it's part of learning. જેમ જેમ આપણે હારીએ છીએ તો they are learning. That is really good to see. So in this match, like Neeraj bhai said, we were 44-5 almost, and after that I was really amazed to see maturity with Manin played. I haven't seen Manin playing with this maturity. એટલે મારે એમાં કઈ મેસેજ મોકલ્યો તો મેં એવું પણ કઈ નહોતું, but I would really appreciate Manin's role here. એ ગયો ત્યારે ઓલમોસ્ટ 6 કે 5 ઓવર બાકી હતી, એન્ડ જે મેં હમણાં એને રિસેન્ટલી રમતા જોયો છે એમાં એને જેટલી બેટિંગ આવી છે ત્યાં એને he has to face only 10 to maximum 15 balls એવી કે એને આવી છે ઇનિંગ્સ બધી રમવાની. ત્યાં એને જઈને he is just playing his shots after playing a couple of balls. પણ આમાં એવું હતું કે he had to make sure કે આપણું એક તો જે સ્કોર છે that એક તો સ્કોર થાય કે જે એટલીસ્ટ બોલર્સ કેન ડિફેન્ડ, so he made sure. એની સાથે હિલોર પણ હતો. હિલોર couldn't score much, but he was there along with him, which was a good sign. અને એન્ડમાં like નીરજ ભાઈ ને we have hardly seen him batting, but it was great to watch. He scored one આપણે 6 મારી હતી એમણે, which was really good to see. અને at the end of the 12 overs, we could score around 90 plus, which was, according to me, was really good target. Looking at the wicket, ને જે રીતના બોલ સ્વિંગ થતો હતો ને સીમ થતો હતો, so I was very much confident કે with Neeraj bhai and couple of bowlers which we were having in our team, I was very much confident that we'll defend this tournament.
અને એમ નોર્મલી જ્યારે સંકલ્પભાઈ સાથે રમતા હોઈએ કે સંકેતભાઈ કે કોઈ પણ સાથે, તો વી આર નોટ ઇન અ હેબિટ ઓફ આસ્કિંગ ફોર એનીથિંગ. કોઈ દિવસ આપણે જઈને એવું ના કહીએ કે સંકલ્પભાઈ હું જાઉં બેટિંગમાં, પ્લીઝ મને બેટિંગ આપો ને, એવી ટેવ નથી આપણે. આ પહેલી વાર એવું થયું હતું કે ફર્સ્ટ બોલે વિકેટ પડી અને સમહાવ અંદરથી મને એમ થયું કે ના યાર હું પૂછું એકવાર. તો મેં જઈને સંકલ્પભાઈને પૂછ્યું, સંકલ્પભાઈ હું જાઉં બેટિંગમાં? સંકલ્પભાઈ કે હા, લેફ્ટ આર્મર છે, તને ઇનસ્વિંગ આવશે, તને ઇઝી પડશે તો તું જા. તો હું ગયો પણ ખરો, અને આઈ થિંક એના ટુ ગીવ ફૂલ ક્રેડિટ ટુ દેટ ગાય, આઈ થિંક એનું નામ પાર્શ્વ હતું, અને કેમ આઈ થિંક પહેલી વાર જ રમવા આવ્યો જુનાગઢમાંથી.
Yes.
એન્ડ ક્રેડિટ વેર ઇટ્સ ડ્યુ. જે બોલ નાખ્યા છે એ ભાઈએ મને, ઈ પ્લાન્ડ ઇટ પ્રોપરલી, કે પહેલા બે મને આઉટસ્વિંગ પર આઉટસ્વિંગ નાખ્યા, એમાંથી એક ડ્રાઈવ પણ મેં મારીને કનેક્ટેડ થઈ હતી. એન્ડ વન્સ યુ ગેટ દેટ ડ્રાઈવ, એકવાર ડ્રાઈવ મારો ને પછી થોડું તમારું મેન્ટલી યુ આર લાઈક અરે બેટ પર આવી રહ્યા મસ્ત, હવે આજે આપણો દિવસ છે. ડ્રાઈવ એક એવો શોટ છે કે જ્યારે વાગે ને દેન યુ ફીલ વેરી હેપી કે આ આજે આપણો દિવસ છે. એન્ડ દેન સડનલી ધ થર્ડ બોલ હી કમ્સ એન્ડ બોલ્સ અ ફેન્ટાસ્ટિક ઇન સ્વિંગર, એટલો ભયંકર કે ઓફની બહાર જતો હતો, ત્યાંથી કટ મારીને મારું લેગ સ્ટમ્પ ઉડાડીને ગયો. અને મતલબ અમેઝિંગ બોલ હતો. એન્ડ એમાં આઉટ થયો, ખરાબ લાગ્યું કે યાર આજે બેટ પર આવી રહ્યા હતા, લાંબુ રમી શકત, પણ પછી બોલ એટલો સારો હતો ને કે ખરાબ લગાડવા જેવું હતું નહીં કઈ. But yeah,
let's
credit
say,
to him. અને બીજો એક હાર્દ ધોલકે, I think the one who picked Sankalp's wicket. એને જો તો you don't feel like he would be a very threatening bowler, but in a shape he gets very good shape on the balls. So I think our Bay bowler really turned it for them at the beginning of their bowling spell.
So one important thing I'd like to, I don't know whether this was the first tournament, maybe one of the last tournament also it happened, where in international arena, Arjun Tendulkar debuted for IPL for Mumbai. Here you had a father and son bowling from two different ends from the same team.
yes, yes, yes.
I think it
So
happened last
Neeraj
year.
Bhai, what was
No.
what was your emotion when you saw Rajat pick up his first wicket?
We had played in a few other local matches earlier, but yeah, I don't know. It's a conflict that I go through. As a player, I want him to do well, and if he's not doing well, then I'm angry with him. And on the other side, I feel like maro chokro je, ene bau wadis to maru kharab lagse. So it's a conflict that I go through. But yeah, at the end, I think when that's the situation, the challenge is more for me to play well. Not for him to play well. Obviously, if he plays well, then he's in the team. But I have to play well. Otherwise, he says, he would say, "Kya papa ni jode mare ne nahi ramu." So it's a good feeling, very good feeling. But I try to remember that he's just a player, and I try to use him as a player because I want good fielders at a few places to take the catch, because I know in my bowling mostly the catches are going to come at 2 or 3 places. So I try to look at him more as that. And in this team, of course, Sankalp Bhai was there, so I had nothing to think. I mean, he was going to decide the best way who should be used where. But yeah, it's an awesome feeling as long as he does well.
તો કયું પ્રેશર વધારે હોય છે? તમે બોલિંગ કરતા હો ત્યારે વિકેટ લેવાનું કે એની બોલિંગમાં તમારાથી મિસ ફિલ્ડિંગ ન થઈ જાય એનું?
Misfielding વાળું pressure લેતો જ નથી. I try to stay at the fine leg. I think in NCL I did well. I didn't did any misfielding. I think I stopped one or two.
I don't mean to say you do misfielding, but don't take it that way.
he read between the lines, Bhavik Bhai, read between the lines.
I keep saying this thing for the last 5-10 years. I'm trying to do the same thing. If I play, I try to bowl 2 good overs. That's it. If I bowl 2 good overs, I'll get the third one. Obviously, then I have to do well. But if I give 2 good overs in power play, out of three overs, if your first over bowler can give you 2 good power play overs, good meaning 5 runs an over is fine. Even if you don't take a wicket and sporadically 1 wicket here and there, that sets the tone for the match. Because in 12 overs, if you have 2 overs, 10 runs, then you have to make all the remaining 100 runs, 90 runs in the remaining 10 overs. If somebody else bowls 1 good over, you have only 8 or 9 overs to do runs. So I just go with that clear mind that I'm not going to dive and take a catch like Jadeja. I'll just try to stop the ball. If 1 run is coming, it's fine. I don't want to give second run or don't want to give boundary. And if I'm bowling, I want to stop every single run. And if the ball comes back, which happens mostly because I bring the ball into the left-handers. So the ball comes to me very often. So I just try to stop the balls that come to me. Keep it simple. Try to avoid giving easy runs. And if I'm fielding wherever I am, I just try to stop the ball. That's it. So I try to keep it simple.
You are being far too modest. You probably one of the highest wicket takers for Baroda in over so many seasons.
Let me share a trivia here. We basically started our NCC, or I would say it was initially known as VNCC, the first 2-3 years. And it started in 2012. And then it's been almost 10 years now. We took a break during the COVID times in 20 and 21. But apart from that, we have managed to host, I would say that the tournament, the cricket season ends in Baroda. It starts from Bhavnagar usually. They start the season usually, say after Diwali or after Navratri, and Baroda is where we end the season, and it's in the April. And I actually appreciate all the visiting teams who support us, come enthusiastically over here, and they do not care about how the weather would be, and just ensure that the tournament goes ahead. So since 2012, barring 2 years of COVID, it has been 10 years, and uh, wow, I mean, look at the years that we have completed, a decade of cricket playing together, and we all deserve a big applause for that. And see, it's not only about playing. There are a lot of things that goes into organizing as well.
Very true.
And I would say, Bhumit, we can discuss about that as well in our coming episode.
Sure. Yeah, that could be a good topic of discussion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we move on to that, or maybe the next game, I think we left we digressed from our first match discussion that we were having. The ball was swinging in first innings against Junagadh. We were in trouble. There was only one person who was very happy with that, and that's Neeraj Athi, because he knew if they swing, even I'll get good swing. And then we came back. I think we bowled extremely well, but more importantly than bowling well, what we did was we fielded even better than what we have done ever. So that way we backed our bowlers a lot, and that clearly showed in the scorecard. They were not able to
Yeah,
score easy runs.
I remembered your catch, Bhumit. I know.
Yeah, when you only take one or two in a tournament, everyone remembers it.
And see, good fielding always helps you win matches. Initially, what happened was in the starting years, we have struggled in the outfield. And despite bowling good or batting good, if you do not get support from your fielders, you are bound to give away some few
Hmm.
extra runs. And that basically costs us the match. And I could see the youngsters putting up their hands, and I've seen in the finals as well. There were two breathtaking catches. One was from Rajat, if at all I
Yeah,
remember,
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
boundary, and one was from Naman.
yeah.
So both of these catches actually turned the tide of the match, and uh, we could see the results. And that's what I'm trying to tell, that good fielding always helps. And yeah, youngsters should concentrate more on uh, giving good fielding. Yeah.
I think in the final, even Krutar's catch of Dawal,
Yes.
it appeared simple, but it was not, because it was coming across. The ball was moving, and it was a swing, and he had hit it very hard, and there was, I think, outside edge. So that catch was also not easy. So when Krutar took the catch, I went to him and I told him, "This is your wicket."